Hey John, just with this being
Hey, Dan.
your first away game, I guess, is this a sort of a different tactical challenge than the previous three? Do you envisage it being a different type of game, just with you mentioned the conditions earlier on, for example?
Yeah, possibly, but also the fact that it's the concentration element in terms of the focus, what we mentioned to the players all week, even before before the Hungary game, in terms of we always respect the opposition. We always have a detailed plan of how we can hopefully cope with their strengths, but also a huge focus is on ourselves, of how we prepare, of how we're going to go about things to hurt teams, and that was always going to be the key element. Different ideas, different games, hopefully to cause teams problems.
Paul?
No, sorry, I was talking about.
Next question. Neil?
Hi Josh, can I just ask you about the change of manager on Burnley, and were you surprised they left, and any indication of how it might affect you? Or?
Yeah, no, not really. While I've been away, obviously just full focus on Ireland and the games we've been preparing for. I don't know, got no information to give or anything behind the scenes. We obviously wish the manager well. Fantastic opportunity for him to go and manage one of the best teams in the world, and yeah, we need to come back as a group pre-season and work hard to hopefully have a successful season next year.
How do you reflect on the season for you? Obviously, as a team, it ended in relegation, but for you as an individual to play in the Premier League on a fairly regular basis, how do you reflect on that?
Yeah, obviously, like you said, a disappointing season for the team, not how we wanted it to go. But yeah, it's always been an ambition of mine to play at the highest level in club football as well, and the Premier League is certainly that. So yeah, to make a decent amount of appearances across the season and come back from a bit of a difficult time in the middle of the season when I wasn't playing, and finish the season fairly strong was good. And yeah, I enjoy playing in the Premier League regardless of how the team done.
Paul?
Josh, so just on your club's stuff, what sort of qualities do you feel Bayern Munich saw in Vincent Kompany as a manager?
I think his tactical knowledge of the game is outstanding. His sort of game plan, depending on what opposition you come up against, it's always very, very clear. And if you can deliver that message that he puts across to his team, then you have a great chance of winning the game. So I'm sure they've done their homework and watched a lot of games, and yeah, obviously come from the sort of school of Pep as well, and it seems to be a lot of managers are getting jobs from coming from obviously how well he's done in the game and sharing similar ideas. So I'm sure they've had a look at that as well.
Ian?
I know you're playing in Belgium, Josh, but given the move, is Munich something that appeals that fall out for you?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the phone to ring. Yeah, he must have. I don't know what he must have lost my number at the minute. But no, yeah, obviously it's a massive club, and yeah, like I said, I wish him well there.
Just on Portugal, a lot of the focus is on their attacking threats. We spoke about Ronaldo, but from a midfielder's point of view, how do you rate them? How have you found the likes of Fernandes at club level, and how good are they in midfield?
Yeah, like we've focused obviously a lot here on Ronaldo, but you look at their squad as a whole and the starting 11. I'm sure the bench they'll name tomorrow night will be full of top quality players who are playing at the highest level of the game. So, like the manager said at the start, it's the games you want to play in as a player and test yourselves against the best players in the world. So I'm sure we're all looking forward to tomorrow night and testing ourselves against a good side.
And how have you found the likes of Fernandes when you come up against them?
Yeah, obviously a top player. You give him a little bit too much space, he'll pick a pass that can kill you and cut the team open. But yeah, not only Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and a lot of players they have in their side. If you obviously you respect the type of player they are, but if you respect them too much, then they can certainly change games, and the game can get away from you pretty fast.
Paul?
John, so what have you made of Bruno Fernandes from a United perspective?
Yeah, look, he's their main focal point, I think, really, in terms of goal creations, goals scored, the passes he wants to play to hurt teams. He's always taking that responsibility on board, and look, it was obviously amazing to finish the season with the cup like they did, but also I'm sure the season was full of frustrations for him too. So he'll be, I'm sure, glad of the little reset. You get the chance to join up with the Portuguese team and focus on doing well at the Euros. So, but look, he's and you see the quality that he possesses in terms of goal scoring, creating. He's one of a number of Portuguese players that we'll have to be very wary of tomorrow.
John, Ireland have got some kind of big results in this time of year in friendlies that beat Holland and Amsterdam before they went to the Euros, and Italy and Liège. Do these games count for much if you get a win against a significant opponent? Or, what meaning do they have, or what do you get from it?
I mean, look, it's a huge test for the boys, for all of us, but also one that we have to relish. It's a simple scenario of you go out and perform, play to your levels that you can, focus on while we can stop and frustrate, and then also hurt Portugal. Simple as that. If we can do that, take ideas that we've done against Belgium, Switzerland and Hungary, take them ideas in and progress them, as you mentioned, in away from home, get those ideas across, and building a mentality in the group that we can frustrate, be compact, be horrible, but also know quality play, intensity. You bring all those things together if you can, and then obviously you go to score goals. Most importantly, chances you get to score goals are crucial for us, and if we can do that away from home, you know what sometimes is needed away from home to get a result. And we got a win against Hungary. It's good, we get a bit of a confidence from it. You see they go out and dispatch Israel fairly comfortable. Then it's on us, refocus. You see, we had people down obviously watching Portugal play Croatia. Good game, good test, but totally different, probably team maybe could be selected. So, fresh start for them, but also the focus for us is a good performance. Focus on ourselves, focus on what we can do, and if it is a good result, great.
Have we been horrible enough in recent years, or is that something that needed to...
No, it's just away from home. Away from home is what you need to do to get the result. From me thinking about moments of my career, and then obviously knowing what's needed away from home in Europe, where I think we'd all agree Portugal have a good squad, a good team to select from, so we know it's going to be a big test.
Philip?
Thanks, Kieran. Josh, this Josh, that's Josh Gray. Will Smallbone said an interesting thing after the match of the night, after the Hungary victory. He mentioned the word shift in mentality. Do you sense that among the players? There's a different mindset at the moment under the interim manager?
Yeah, I think it's a fresh start for everyone. The games in March and obviously these fixtures in this break have given us a sort of chance to refocus and reset, I suppose. And yeah, it was good the other night. I think we've probably performed better, if we're being honest, in other games as a group and as individuals. But to show that mentality to come out the other side of a tough game where we've all had to dig in for each other and get a win is a big thing for us, and hopefully that can be the start of building some momentum and the mentality shift like Will mentioned.
And do you carry that into tomorrow night, because it's an even bigger test tomorrow night, Portugal, with the world ranking of their superstars?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We know it's going to be a big test, but it's one that we relish as players, and we come off the back of a good home win, and look, we have nothing to lose tomorrow night. We're massive underdogs, we know that, but yeah, we're going to go out there and believe in our abilities, believe in what we can do, and hopefully we can put in a good performance that we can be proud of first and foremost, and then the result will take care of itself.
John, I'll just ask you, this is your 4th game as interim manager. Do you think you've enhanced your prospects of becoming full-time permanent manager? And will a good result tomorrow night even make that possibility a bit stronger?
Look, I would have had a word with the fixture planners if that was going to be the case. Look, it's a case of, it's, as I said to you maybe a few months ago or a few weeks ago, in terms of enhancing my knowledge, enhancing my experience of being a manager. That's what it'll be, and it'll be a huge test tomorrow against a very experienced manager himself. And look, for me going forward, it's the experience I've gained and also the knowledge that I know of what the staff we put together, what I know I can do myself in terms of getting the group to respond, getting the players to follow instructions, and having that belief and trust. and if we do that tomorrow again, hopefully we come out of it with a positive result. But we know preparation's been done, everything's been ticked. We'll have a meeting in the morning to go through final bits, but it's something I've relished.
Just finally, you've had a week between matches. Is everybody okay, or are you tempted to shake it up a little bit? And you did use the bench quite well against Hungary, but I'm not looking for Stay Secrets, but can we expect anything a little bit different in terms of shape or personnel?
Possibly personnel, but in terms of ideas, look, you focus on how, as I mentioned, what we can do ourselves first and foremost. But the key bit will be the time of season for us. Our mindset compared to Portugal's mindset is obviously they're going into a tournament. We're wanting to be at that tournament. That's what our focus has to be, and use that as a motivation, I think, tomorrow as well, to show that we can compete. And we did that against Hungary, and it's a different level of test again tomorrow against Portugal.
Finally, John.
Josh, like this is the final game before you win the Six Nations League match starting with England in September. Like over this block, the March and June game, I know there's one left tomorrow. Bit related to Phil's question, what specifically have you evolved or improved on that's, as John said, sort of made the team a bit more horrible to play against?
I think all round really. It's not one thing that I could sit here and say we've definitely done that. I think in all areas of the game we're constantly looking to improve. The manager and his staff demand high standards every day in training, and make sure that we get the work in training sessions that are going to stand us in good stead in games. And we've been up against some really top level opposition over the March window, and obviously the other night and tomorrow night we're going to go up against a great team. So yeah, I mean, if you don't prepare and do things right, then you get found out in these games. So I think the performances and the sort of the results we've picked up over the two windows so far have shown how well, as a group, staff and players collectively, we've been preparing for games.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for your patience today.
Thank you.